And I also happen to be a huge Becky Lynch fan. And so I have to ask you this. Are we ever going to get an in-ring follow-up to that epic Twitter feud between yourself and Becky? Maybe that dream mixed tag match. Maybe it's just me, but I think this is something that the fans still want to see, even though a lot has happened between then and now, obviously.
Oh, well, I say this all the time. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, but it's the never say never scenario, right? And I'm one of Becky's biggest fans. She's when we talk about breaking down barriers, she's definitely one of those women that's been at the forefront of this, eliminating the category of female superstar. She's just a superstar, right? And we could say that about so many of our WWE women. But yeah, I mean. Never say never. I hate that answer. That's the most unsatisfying answer ever. But that's where we live in the semi-retirement life. We plan to be retired, but things come up, adventures come up, exciting things come up. But for right now, I think Adam's plate is pretty full, so I don't know if he's got any room for any mixed tags.
Well, when you walked away, was it 2012, right around there? Did you ever think you were going to come back? And was it the fact that this was the Royal Rumble, because I believe that was your first match back? Was it that just being part of that epic kind of match is what kind of drew you back into it, and then you've had several other matches since then?
Yeah, I've talked about this pretty openly when, at the time that I left, I was kind of entering a different stage in my life, and I wanted a family. I was finally with somebody that I felt wanted the same things, and we were ready for it. But the big thing was when I was working with WWE, I felt like I had done everything that I could do, and I didn't see any change in front of me. I was I've put this time in, I've poured my heart into this, but it's still kind of the same thing. We're having these short matches, and we want this opportunity. And I was really frustrated, and I felt like my career, I felt like I didn't really move the needle. I was so frustrated at that time. And then over the years, having my daughters and kind of doing other things, I was still watching the product change right before my eyes, and seeing all of these women move things forward in the right direction. And so when we had the chance to do the Royal Rumble, it was like a high school reunion. We were all celebrating this work that everybody had put in, everybody standing on the shoulders of prior generations, and it was just such a cool moment that I was dude, I was super nervous. I had just had a baby the previous year, but I was you know what? This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I definitely want to be a part of it.
And you are back with the company, occasionally getting back in the ring, but you do a wonderful job on commentary in NXT. And I was watching last night. I thought, and I know a lot of people were hoping, it was going to be Dakota and Raquel's time to win those tag team titles. Shayna and Nia did retain, though, through a bit of shenanigans. Dakota was not the legal competitor when she was choked out, which hopefully this is going to lead to a rematch for them, because I think it's long overdue for some of these NXT women to get their hands on those tag titles, especially Dakota and Raquel. I think those two, they got to have their run on top sooner rather than later, don't they?
Oh, totally. I'm the title monger of all mongers for NXT. I feel I say it all the time. NXT has the greatest women's division in the entire world. And, we have so many talented women that just are hungry for an opportunity. If you have those tag team championships in NXT, that's 4 more women every week that can be seen on television, breaking glass ceilings and doing outstanding work. So I feel like those tag titles really, really, this is not taking away anything from Raw and SmackDown, but man, we're hungry for it. We want it in NXT, and Raquel and Dakota have just put in the time and the work and developed so far. It's Raquel has completely transformed herself into this, dominant, presence that is undeniable on screen. And then Dakota Kai, she's the ring general. Talk to anybody. She knows her stuff inside and outside the ring. There might be no one better. So, I was heartbroken, and I feel like the way things ended, I'm lobbying with Adam Pearce. I'm bothering him on Twitter. I'm DMing him. I'm like, come on, it can't end like this. And I don't feel like in my heart that it will.
You know what? I think WrestleMania, maybe a takeover, that would be a great place for that moment to happen too. So maybe everything happens for a reason. It didn't go down on NXT because they're going to get that grander stage to win them. One final quick question for you, because I got to know, I do a little bit of commentary in my spare time, in my part-time, and it's hard enough to call a match. How difficult was it to do it remotely? That had to be extremely difficult.
Yes. So first of all, it took a team of people from the tech side, production, the other broadcasters, not to mention just everybody bending over backwards to keep myself and my family safe. My mom has, extreme heart issues. And so it was me being able to work remotely truly kept my family safe, and Adam had just gotten hurt. So he was rehabbing, and it was a really difficult time, and as it was for everybody, for my family over the summer and into the fall. So for WWE to give me the opportunity to work remotely, I am so grateful for that. And that being said, it was challenging for me, but not nearly as challenging as it was for those at the desk that were trying to navigate this,
Sure.
The Wi-Fi bar on your phone, how that can impose anxiety. Imagine that during a live takeover, watching my Wi-Fi bar. So it just took a whole team of people to make that happen. And I mean, really being at the forefront of technology for that, I hope, I can't send out enough thank yous for that. And I've tried to tell everybody in person, but I'm going to send one more giant thank you for everybody that worked hard so that I could, do that remote at home.
I know we're out of time. I appreciate it. Again, check out Heaven. The documentary comes out again this Sunday on the WWE Network. And then, one day, let's talk before you have that big match with Becky Lynch, shall we?
Are you manifesting it like Adam does, putting it in the
I will do anything I can to will that match to happen. Anything I can do, I will will that to happen.
Only if all our children are at ringside to hand us weapons.
Beth, this has been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Take care, Rick.